And John, I'm going to jump off because I know you were doing your thing. I'll let you kind of keep talking to everybody, and then we'll be back on in a minute, okay?
Okay, super. Yeah,
Right.
just let me know when you're here. All right, so we're being live
I think
streamed
Jeff is
here.
coming on too. I think Jeff's coming on tonight too.
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. Hey,
Great.
welcome, Jeff.
Hey, John.
Good to hear from you.
Good hearing from you too, partner.
Yeah, great things happening here. Very exciting. I'm sure that we're all going to be blown away tonight when Robert shares the great news he's got for us. I know every time I hear him, it's just like my mouth's wide open.
Exactly.
So I can tell you, I've been around a lot of opportunities in the 58 years I've been in this industry, and I have never seen anything that's got me more excited than this. I mean, this just literally is the capstone of my career. It's going to be my last rodeo, and it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be very, very exciting. So everybody put on your seat belts and just hang on, because it's going to be a great ride. So how's things out there in your world, Jeff?
I tell people I'm busier than a one-legged man in a butt kicking contest. And yeah, things are just doing good. In fact, I just created an 8-minute and 48-second Zoom overview of NFT rewards and position ourselves for a big payday with the metaverse. So I'll get that link to you so you can check it out.
Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to that. Well, I tell you, we got a tiger by the tail, and it isn't neutered. It's wow, what an opportunity.
Did I hear that right? A tiger by the tail and it's neutered?
It's not
not neutered.
It's not neutered.
I was gonna say, who's the brave soul that did that one? Oh gosh. Well, if y'all ready, let's go ahead and get this party going, man.
All right. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to our Zoom meeting for NFT rewards. You know, there are some big troubles on the horizon for the traditional financial system. You know, many banks are in trouble. There was a recent article that talks about 20 banks that are heavily invested in commercial real estate loans. The commercial real estate sector is really hurting right now. There's a lot of vacancies, and you can't make money on rental property. We got somebody that isn't muted. If somebody could look into that, that would be great. I got some Mike.
I think we lost John.
I was just trying to mute everybody to help him out.
Okay, sorry about that. We got anyway, I don't know where I was, but anyway, there's a lot of vacancies in commercial real estate. If you don't have tenants, obviously you're not making money. COVID didn't help. A lot of businesses went under. They never came back. And the banks that are holding a lot of commercial real estate, they could be among the next banks to fail. If you have money in the bank somewhere, it's probably time to be thinking about getting it moved into something that's going to weather the storm that's brewing. Not only that, there's a personal financial epidemic going on because people can't earn yield on their money. And if they're fortunate enough to have some money put away, it's quickly losing value. Inflation is over 10%. We've never seen anything like this before in my lifetime. So what do? Well, you got to think outside of the box, and you got to look at blockchain, because blockchain is a digital money revolution that's happening right in front of our eyes. And frankly, 95% of the people on planet Earth are sleepwalking right through it. But if they will be waking up soon. And I believe that NFT rewards is going to help millions of people make that transition, and hopefully before they get caught with their proverbial pants down. I've seen a lot of high yield programs come across my desk. Not a day goes by, but what I have someone inviting me to invest money in one of these. People who get in early and get out before they get caught in a rug pull, they've done well. Rug pull is just what it sounds like. The rug is pulled out from under you financially. There's one of these programs that's been going on for about 4 or 5 years now. I won't name names because I don't want to disparage anyone, but countless numbers of people are invested in it. And I personally know quite a number of people who are in that program. But I just heard a few days ago the company stopped paying. Nobody can get their money out. That's called a rug pull. The good news is that you can now earn high yield, and you don't have to be an accredited investor. You don't even have to have a lot of money to get started. And the thing that sets NFT rewards apart from other high yield programs where your money is at risk is the fact that our profits are based upon sales, and we never pay out more money than comes in. So it can never be called a Ponzi scheme, and there will never be a rug pull, because NFT rewards will be set up as a smart contract on the blockchain, which means that nothing can be changed or tampered with, and nobody will be able to take your money and run. Now, the visionary behind NFT rewards can explain all of this a whole lot better than I can, and I don't want to steal any of his thunder. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce our founder and CEO, Robert Craddock. This is a man that I've learned to love and respect. And the more I get to hear him talk about the ingenious program he's put together, the more excited I get. So Robert, take it away.
Hey, thank you, John. It's kind of funny. Well, like I tell a lot of people, we didn't wake up one day and have this idea. It was really a series of events that occurred and happened that led us to this. And we were trying to solve some problems for some other people that had been caught up in these rug pulls, as you call it, John, and trying to figure out a way to help them out. And one solution led to another solution, which finally came to this conclusion. This is what we needed to do. And I mentioned earlier that Tyler, one of our key people that's involved with this and everything, was here. And if anybody hasn't heard me talk about Tyler, I met him here this last year on his 23rd birthday. Tyler, it was just amazing what he has done in his short life. And if to say I'm impressed would be an understatement with what he's done. But he's also a wealth of knowledge. And what was interesting, he came here and he was real honest. He said, hey, I get it. I don't understand it. I understand it's going to be big. But he comes from a different world, the crypto and NFT world and everything, and he doesn't understand these rev share programs and the people that gravitate towards them, because they're looking for a way to change and completely morph their life into a whole different financial future and situation. And he doesn't understand, or did not until after today, the draw that keeps bringing people back, that brings that traffic. And I think once we had time to kind of sit down and explain it, of course, we got in the golf cart and drove around the area and got shown a lot of places and showing some planes, things like that. And it was amazing to watch how big his eyes got, how excited he was. He goes, man, I can't believe people live like this. And I'm like going, yeah, they do, and, we've been very fortunate and to be able to be in this industry for a long enough time and become successful in it. But it was really my first time to really kind of take it on myself. I've always been behind the scenes, helping other people. And the only reason I came from behind the scenes to help was being able to create something that we could bring up quickly, create a tremendous amount of excitement, revenue, and profit and everything, and create a way for people to really kind of cash in this year, and then morph this into a metaverse project. And it was funny because we were sitting there talking and what it would take to get there and everything else. And if people don't realize, Tyler also has an NFT studio where he actually builds and develops these NFTs for different clients. And he was showing me some of the stuff he's done. It's just incredible. I mean, incredible work. And so he's actually going to put, I think, 10 or 11 different collections together for us that he's working on right now. So it won't just be one theme, it'll be several themes and stuff, and you'll see it. And we talked about, what makes them popular, what makes them good. Because you've all heard the Bored Ape Yacht Club and all that, and it's a collection. And when John was talking about, it's really like income real estate, it really is. In fact, anything tied to a metaverse is income producing. And so everything we're doing right now is generating revenue for you. But best part is because we're transitioning to that, all this is being built out like a smart contract. And for everybody that doesn't understand that, essentially at the time of transaction, you get paid. Literally, you get paid. Now, we're having a couple little hiccups there in the back end. And you're probably noticing if you log in your back end, you're going to see you got a big pending amount there. And all you got to do is hit a claim button and it's going to drop it in your wallet. So I think they've got that part solved now. I actually saw the claim button for the first time this morning. I will tell you, we've been promising, they've been working at it. And I was so glad to see it because I could make a screenshot of it and put it on here tonight. So as we go through this, I've got a screenshot of that I want to show people. And we've got some other little challenges we're working through. But that's kind of what happens in a startup. You kind of work through those bugs and get going. But the one thing I'm confident on is that we're going to be live with an auction around June 19th. We had said 15th, but I believe that fell right before a weekend. And in talking with everybody, we said we really need to be into the next week when we've got access to all our development team in case there's some little issue. And Murphy's Law, it does happen, but we'd like to deal with it right away, not wait through a weekend. Because you guys got to understand, we've got dev team members that are in Japan, in India, and in Philippines. And then we also have another group that's helping us a lot with the wallet stuff out there in California. And of course, John's in Philippines. We've got key people over there in Dubai. We've got key people that are over in London. Of course, I'm out here in Florida. So we're all around the world. And we have, some very, very talented folks that are happening. So that being said, let me just kind of go through this real quick for anybody new that's here, because our numbers are picking up right now. And let's see if we can't go ahead and explain it. So like we said, guys, it's NFT rewards. It's just like it says. We are buying, selling, trading NFTs, and but it's under a penny auction platform. And this is something that is going to allow you to earn the kind of monies that we're promising. And again, as John said, because it's dropping in your wallet every day, there's no way we can live in a false economy. There's no way we can promise you something that we can't deliver because the money's going in your wallet. And when it goes in your wallet, it's not like an imaginary wallet. It's a wallet that you can transfer it somewhere, or you can take it to a bank account or do whatever you want. Or you can also go ahead and utilize it to purchase more bids. And you may want to do that because if you're somebody like John or other people, you're going to come out of the gate. In fact, some of these folks are seeing like, $300, $400, $500, $600 income coming in just from these early bid package sales. Well, guess what? If they only bought a $100 package, it's going to take 3, 4, 5, 6 days, whatever the amount is, to get it into the wallet, because that's the way it's designed. It will give you each day into your wallet up to what your total bid package amount is, or cumulative, meaning you have multiple bid packages. And we have people right now that have come back and said, hey, I've got to have another one because the 90-day window is. And so since that is not counting down right now, it's not depleting until the auction starts. So nothing's happened then. We've also had a lot of people that sit there and say, I can't find my bids. Well, if you look in the back end and you look, and I think I'll have a screenshot here to kind of, right where to look at everything. So let me go to the next screen, and I want to kind of show you that little button where to find it. So if you look up right here, you'll see where it's like a payment pending, and you see that claim button right there. All you got to do is click it. It drops it into your wallet. So you've got to do it. There's a few little parameters. I'm learning about it. I won't know more about the inner workings of that claim button until later tonight, because they just got it there. But you have to understand, I'm following multiple feeds. I'm following multiple little platforms where they are putting everything up there and working through the teams and everything. So there's a lot to monitor, but I have one main person I go to and say, give me the scoop. Where are we at right now? Because he's managing all the teams and everything. But if you look right under that area, you see bids. A lot of people don't know to look there. So this is someone that bought a $100 bid package, so gave them 110 bids. That's part of the promotion. And then they got bonus bids right there. And if you don't know the difference between bids and bonus bids, very simply is that we give you some bonus bids when you do it. But the bonus bids, when they're used, basically increase the auction price instead of 1 penny to 3 pennies. So every time you use a bid, it increases. Every time you use a bonus bid, it increases by 3 pennies. And why do we do that? Because we want to push up the value of those NFTs. This is something that Tyler and I talked about today on having a platform that's validated, verified, that is showing these things, because it gets top developers there. And top developers want to put stuff out there. They want to sell stuff to you. So it's just a way that everybody kind of coalesces on a platform and makes a lot of money. And you're going to find out that a lot of these people that are making huge amounts of money, well, if you're like me, they're like grandkids. I mean, they're really young, but really sharp and everything. So, that's where you're going to see that at. So we're going to get into this. We're going to talk a little bit about the industry and the profit pool, the numbers, and all the way down on what do you do now. And so, quite simply, guys, this industry, as we're talking about it right now, NFT rewards is kind of built to solve a problem. Actually, multiple problems. First problem is that NFTs, even though you hear some really positive things out there and stuff like that, the fact of the matter is it was reliant on very, very young kids to keep working with it, purchase it, and everything else. Now, some older folks like us are the ones that maybe bought up these collections for several $1 million, but they put it back out there in these platforms because it's being traded because of that smart contract. They're making money every time it's traded. And if you got a collection of like 10,000, well, guess what? There's a ton of money that's coming in throughout the course of the day, dropping right into your wallet. Again, it's a smart contract. But, you can go Google NFTs and it'll give you all this information about it's a non-fungible token and it's blockchain based or anything else. If you can just remember one simple thing, and you can do this to explain to everybody else, it's really income producing digital real estate. It's really what it is. If you have regular real estate and you have a renter or you have a lease on it or whatever, you're earning money every month. This same situation, except instead of every month, in the digital world, you're earning money multiple times a day because it goes on different platforms, it's traded. And again, it depends on the chain that it's on. I believe we're on the Ethereum chain, the way it's all set up. So everybody's kind of building for different chains, but that's kind of one of the more common ones right there. Some of these platforms handle multiple chains. We don't, because of some of the fees involved. We pick the lowest fee possible because we are, again, very focused on your income potential. Is what we're doing right there. So now, if you, like we talked about the market's really kind of gone down. These are some numbers that are probably 6-7 months old. And, where it says that probably by 2030 should be $230 billion. Guys, I'm not lying when I say that this platform sometime this year should have a market valuation exceeding $15 billion. And I really think it's going to hit that exceeding number somewhere around August, maybe even September, but it's going to hit that. And what that means is that it's now gross, not net, gross revenue coming into the platform is somewhere in the neighborhood of $400 million a month. And, I had a real hard time wrapping my head around this, but when I started looking at the amount of people that we have already on, looking at what past successes have that are similar models that have brought people in around the world, realizing that we now have people in over 160 countries that have joined this platform. This one is really going to take off like a rocket ship, and really pretty much has at this point. We're just seeing that right now. So what we're doing is we're going to be creating the demand. And again, this was another question that, the young gentleman that came here today was asking me, so how are you getting that demand? And I had to explain to him, we have a large group of dedicated people that will log in every day and do what they need to do, which will create that demand. And then there's outside analyticals that validate what's going on right there. And they're earning money for doing this, more money than they could at any other type of job. And here's the thing, if you've been in something like this and it goes out a year, 2 years, whatever, there's always some type of regulatory action that tends to just rain on its parade. And that's the main reason we're taking this and putting it right into a metaverse, because your hard work will not be wasted. That's usually what happens. It's like you get a great, year or 2 year run, and then all of a sudden something happens. Somebody's keeping the money. Can't happen this way. It's like a smart contract. A regulatory body has got questions. Well, that's another problem. Guess what? They start shutting down. They're working in limited areas. That's not going to happen. So, we really feel that we've thought this all out. So much stuff is happening that it's causing financial institutions to take pause. That doesn't happen in the digital world. You're not sitting there and floating all kinds of money in your bank account or out of your bank account. In fact, if you work this properly, you're probably going to come in for just a couple $1,000s instead of a $100 package, probably a couple $1,000, but you're going to take that and build it up, and you're going to get additional packages. And as you get those additional packages, pretty soon you'll be working off a cumulative $10,000 or $20,000 package that's paying you huge money. Part of that reason is because your commission structures coming in on a daily basis, it's going to need that so you can take that money into your wallet. And I found out something very interesting today. We're going to be connected with several different entities over in Dubai and everything, that you can actually transfer that over there at 3% fee and get it wired immediately into bank accounts, whether it be here or anywhere in the world. So you're going to find out that that's going to be very, very huge for you. Not to mention the credit card options and everything else that's going to come up there. All this stuff is going to be very, very neat for you. So now, as we kind of go forward, I'd like to come back and talk about this. Everybody understands, I hope, by now, this is a 2x21 matrix. That means that there's over 2 million people potentially in a filled matrix, and you're earning roughly about a penny per day per person, whether you brought them in or not. Well, guess what, guys? At the timing of when you come in, a lot of these folks here have that potential over the next 7, 8, 9 months or greater of having those kind of numbers in their matrix. Well, as long as everybody in that matrix is active, and I'm going to come back to that in a minute here, is active, you're going to be earning that kind of money. And we're going to be doing everything possible to make sure that everybody in there is active and that you are earning off of them. But here's the best part. If it was only 1,000, 5% of that, you realize that that's over $30,000 a month, plus the other incomes you're doing. I mean, this is what we're talking about. And I think I've saved the best for last here too, guys. As we kind of keep going, we have what's called a fast start bonus. Now, everybody that's gotten in right now, you're pretty much grandfathered in, but when the auction goes live, guess what? Whoever you bring in, they need to at least get one person in, and they need to have a bid package to be $100. And the one down there that they got in needs to have a bid package. That means they qualify for a fast start bonus. And that means that can never be taken away from them. So what that's basically saying is that anytime anybody you personally brought in buys a bid package, and remember, they're going to keep buying them because they keep expanding what they can bring in commission-wise to their wallet. They get 10% instantly to their wallet. It's not, they don't have to wait. Again, the claim button right now, I know they're working through it, but they want to make sure you're able to get your money. That will eventually go away. It'll just automatically drop in. But we can't keep messing with that and take away time to bring up the auction and the NFTs and everything else, because we want you to be earning the big money. So all we've done is we've just done a fix to make sure you can control that, get it in the wallet. It goes through and runs a routine, finds out what's missing, drops it in there. But the fast start bonus, if you've got like some folks in here right now that have 50, 60, 100 people that they personally gotten in, imagine if every one of those people just once a month did $1,000 package because they want to keep growing. And you're getting $100 off those 200, 300, 400 people all of a sudden dropped in to your thing. And then as it expands out, those folks have people. So on your second level, you get 5%. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure out that this one particular bonus is going to probably dwarf everything else. This 5 and 10 right here, because just on the bid package buys. I mean, we could sit here and speculate and do a what if scenario. And I tell you right now, it'll blow your mind. The money's crazy, but it is being paid every day. So it's not promising you something that you may or may not get later. It's actually happening right then. And that's what's really, really important to this entire program right there. So as you go from this, we talked about the fast start, yourself, personally sponsored, and whoever they sponsor. So it's first, second level. It's easy to remember. The next thing is the ownership statistics. I've mentioned this many times. This is why this demographic, this group is so important. We need that metaverse to be in it, but they need us worse than we need them. And what I mean by that is that there are some big metaverses out there, and they're pretty much all gaming. It's all they are. They're like video games for kids. I mean, seriously. And that's why statistic-wise, over 50% of the people that log into a metaverse, and there's over about 400 million over the course of a month that do log into metaverses right now. And it's not on a regular basis because they're not being compensated to do it. They're actually in there spending money, but these are kids that are 13 years old and younger. Don't ask me how they get their money. I don't know if they're using daddy's credit card and buying crypto. I have no idea, but this is what the statistics are. And so there's big money in that if you're going to do a gaming site, but they have moved on. They want B2B businesses now. They want casinos. They want houses of worship. They want clothing stores. They want real estate in there. They want timeshare. You name it, they're looking at it, a way to market. And those types of things are marketed to people that are older than 13. Trust me. Never seen a 13-year-old get a timeshare resort. Just doesn't happen. So we represent that demographic. We are the ones that make it happen. And so that's why what we're doing is so important. And that's why it's so valuable to the people that have these extremely deep pockets. And I mean people that are billionaires that have invested and put this money in these things. And obviously it's going to come from over there in Dubai and over there where it's oil rich because they've got more money and they know what to do with right now. And we're just basically fulfilling a need, and you guys are going to benefit and profit from it. So now, again, I talked about the matrix, and here's just another diagram. A lot of times you don't realize as it goes down, it's all those numbers cumulative that add up to make that 2 million people. It's a cumulative effect is what happens right there, okay? So again, we talked about the 10s and 5s. And again, I can rehash this, but I think I've kind of drilled it right into you. There's 7 sources of income. You have the 5 and 10s. You have the matrix. You have the the recurring revenue from your bid package and everything. It keeps going on and on and on down. But the one I want to talk about one last time, this is limited. It's not going to last long. I'm pretty sure through June it's going to be gone. I was asked today, can anybody participate in this? And I said, yes and no. I said, anybody that has a free account through NFT rewards that, they're signed up with it. It's available to them through there. I said, can someone just come and knock on the door and say, hey, I want to purchase some shares and everything and be part of this thing? And the answer is no, they can't. It's only available to the members here. It's really kind of inducement to bring somebody in. And so what I did is I explained to him, I said, look, we have done our Form D. We have filed with them. We've amended it to do 25% of the 40 million shares that we have registered, which means that there's potentially 10 million shares that are available to be sold. We're not going to sell all 10 million. We're probably going to be giving away around 4 million of it through some of these promotions and everything. So you won't have to spend a dime to get it. But the value is going to be great for you because, again, towards the end of this year, probably towards the end of third, beginning of fourth quarter, we're looking to be acquired, which means that we cannot be acquired unless it's being moved into a metaverse, and it has to be a Dubai domicile based entity out there, because right now our servers are in Dubai. We're doing this because we want to provide that level of protection for you. So if you're one of the people that says, hey, I just want to get some because 1,000 shares is not going to be enough for me, I'd like to have a little bit more. Well, you can do that. And the back end, I just saw it today on my administrative side. You're not seeing it yet, but you'll be able to actually go in there, put in the information, put in what you want. And it's called a PPM that it's generating for you. It's called Private Placement Memorandum. Everybody that, is to be an investor, because this is under Rule 506C with the SEC, you have to be provided all this information. And I like to tell everybody it's a really quick read. It's about 111 pages. It has like 5 or 6 places you got to sign to, but it comes to you in a DocuSign, and you do that. Now, we've had a flood of people get started. We've had people that came in, got back and said, hey, I want more. We do that. It's a whole nother certificate that goes out. We've got a stack right now that's going out right now. Quite frankly, I was trying to hit the mail today, and I spent so much time with Tyler that I just didn't get a chance to get that done. So it's going out early in the morning. But we got a stack of it. We've got people that have been saying, hey, did you get my wire? We go back and check, and we say, yep, you got it. Because we're not really kind of getting out and saying we got it. We're just kicking the stuff out to you. So we have to match it up with it, match everything up, make sure we got it right, and then get that out. But if you were to purchase 2,000 shares, which is a $5,000 deal, you could take that 2,000 and you could go times what we feel is going to be the sale price based on the revenue of it, which would be somewhere around $375 a share. So, you can work those numbers right there, and that's right around $700,000 for about $5,000. Now, is that guaranteed? No, absolutely not. You can't guarantee that, but I can tell you that the chances are extremely good, because if you're in the game, we have the people that are coming in it right now. Guess what? We're now working together as one big team. We're bringing the people in there. You're getting paid daily. If you're getting paid daily, guess what? You're telling people about it. You're very excited. You're telling them. What's that going to do? They're going to get more people, and they're going to tell them about it. And the numbers go right through the roof. Well, when the numbers go through the roof, revenue increases, eyeballs increase, and we get closer to getting to that 375 or exceeding it. Now, I will tell you that 375 is based on 200,000 people. I can tell you right now that I feel projection-wise where we're at, we'll probably be closer to 400,000 to 500,000 people by the time we go through acquisition, which means there's a due diligence period. The attorneys are involved. The CPAs are involved. They're auditing everything. They're validating it. And I think once they see it and wrap their head around it, this is going to be the biggest sweetheart deal they've ever jumped in. But you guys out there, this is the better deal, because not only if you own shares do you cash out, but guess what? You're in a platform that you can keep working, and you don't have to feel like your efforts are gone, because as it merges into that smart contract world, you will always get paid, plain and simple. And we also have programs that are coming up where you'll be able to have your own NFTs up there, and you'll be getting that happening for you. So again, that will be coming in always. And until you sell off a collection, and keep this in mind. Let's just say that your collection of NFTs is deriving, let's just say $5,000 a month for you. And someone says, wow, that's like $60,000 a year. Would you be willing to sell it for $100,000? And you might go, shoot, yeah, I'll sell it for 100 and I'll go get another collection and work it and do whatever. Because again, it's like income producing real estate. So I don't think you've ever seen anything like this. I can tell you right now, I've had numerous people in the space that said, we've never seen this. We're trying to wrap our head around it, but we see the potential. We see what it's going to do. We see how it's going to work out. And again, we didn't wake up one day and put this together. It was a culmination of talking to various people, whether it be John or Jeff or anybody else out there. And, this is Wednesday and I kind of hogged Jeff's time, and I apologize for that because Jeff is really key to your success. Jeff has a very unique system and everything. And I'm going to wrap this up and I want to get it over to Jeff because, when I say, what do you do right now? Get with the people invited, anything else. Well, Jeff has got a program that you need to listen to. Now, I will tell you, it's like anything. There's going to be little hiccups. You're going to stub your toe. But every time I've had somebody say, well, I didn't understand this or I didn't understand that, Jeff has had the patience to get with them, either in Telegram or like private messaging, or gets them on the phone, whatever, and he helps them out. And Jeff is a huge resource. I see John on Telegrams helping people that he may not personally even know, and he's helping them. That's what's really great about this whole team, is that everybody has been pulling together and helping out each other and helping them get to a point where they understand it, they get it. I can't tell you how many times I've had people go, I can't see this, I can't see that, it's not going in my wallet, whatever it is. And one of the folks out there asks them a series of questions because they've been through it. And guess what? All of a sudden I hear the thing going, hey, I got it, thank you. Man, I'm sorry, I feel like a fool. Well, there is no dumb question, don't feel like a fool. We all want to help you until we get that support part ramped up really good, which we're working on that. That's all going to be done with AI and some synthetic voice stuff and everything, where you'll sound like you're talking to a real person. We got to build this knowledge base. It's as good as it sounds. We got to teach this little AI thing everything that we know so that it can answer all these questions. And then it has to be put into a format that sounds not like a robot is just reading off something to you. It has to interact with you. But this technology is phenomenal. And I'm so glad that they brought it around, because this is something that's going to help out everybody, but it's going to supercharge your ability to earn some money. And that's what we really care about right now. So that being said, Jeff, if you would unmute yourself, I'm going to turn the tables over to you, and I'm going to pull my share screen off and let you go for it. And Christian, if you'll make sure that Jeff has control, I'm going to hand it over to you, Jeff's capable hands.
Hey, Robert, thank you very much. Trying to get
Very well.
lined up here. Can you guys hear me okay? Perfect. Give me 1 second. See, I got a couple of things I got to get rid of here. I can't turn over my screen here.
Hey, Christian, if you're still on, why don't you mute everybody and then just get Jeff back live, okay?
Okay, so share screen. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can, Jeff. I can hear you.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, hey guys. Yeah, real quick. First of all, guys, like what Robert said, when he shared with me what he was putting together, what kind of went over my head at first. I kind of had the understanding of, what a penny auction was and the 2x21 matrix. I mean, the structure all sounded good. I didn't have a clue what an NFT was. And then I also I guess the thing that really caught my attention is when he started talking about the metaverse, and it really hit home when I started doing some investigating and I started digging. I find out Meta is going to invest $10 billion per year just themselves for the next several years in building out the metaverse. So you got all these billions and billions and billions of dollars invested, and what do they got? They got a bunch of kids playing video games. So the demographic that they want is what we're bringing to the marketplace. And so, man, if you can wrap your head around this, what you're going to do is you're going to talk to everybody and their mother, and you're gonna have reckless abandon for the next month, just to get this thing off and going and get people exposed, and then get them involved, and then you got to have a pathway to basically get them going. And so what we've done is we systematized and automated the database acquisition and conversion process. So you really don't need to spend a whole lot of time trying to get people in. And in fact, as I just did a test today on a co-op, and let me just show you what I did is I put together a new, let me see if this is the one I got here. Yeah, I put together a new funnel, and and this is all geared on getting people to understand the power of the metaverse and how we are positioned to have a big payday in the fourth quarter. And so I'm getting about a 40% opt-in rate right now. And when they fill out the capture page, they go to the landing page, and got to move that around there. And in the landing page, right now, thus far, I'm getting about a 40% conversion. And when they watch this little minute video, watch the minute video right here, and they fill out the form, they go to the sales page, they go right to this 8-minute video right here. And what I do on this 8-minute video, I explain how we're going to be in a position that literally, and again, we don't make any guarantees, but literally you could put $1 million in your pocket in the fourth quarter. And if somebody watched that 8-minute video and they don't pull the trigger to join, well, then my attitude is, man, if you ain't going to get in after you watch that, I don't got time to go back and nurse and burp you. I'm just looking for the guys that get in. And so once they get in, then we got to have an onboarding process. And this is probably where we need the help. Okay, we got, the capture page, the landing page is smoking just like it's like a machine. But as soon as they get in, well, how do we get them onboarded? How do we get them engaged? And Robert, how close are we on getting that wallet all set up? Is that already done for the NFT wallet with ProPay? So all they can actually load it with a credit card, or is that still something we're working on? Do you know? Maybe you can't answer that. Okay, see, my goal is, and again, when you log in your back office of iMetaTool, click on the members area, and you're going to click here to get started. On this page is everything you're going to need to know on how to build out your NFT rewards business. It'll walk you through everything. And if you go to this little getting started area here, right now we've got downloads on how to set up your NFT rewards wallet, how to fund it, and how to get your bid packages purchased. And again, as we keep moving and adding more technology, we'll just keep rolling it out on this page. But my goal, as far as iMetaTool, is to provide you with mechanisms, systems that will automate the process, so you don't have to think. All you have to do is just basically, as soon as somebody gets started, you say, hey, go to your back office, or you go here to join for free, log in, click here to get started, and then scroll down and go through the getting started steps and have that all there. And the only thing that we have a little bit of a hiccup on is getting the NFT wallet set up and funding it and getting the bid packages purchased. But that, from what I understand, that's going to be a thing of the past as we move forward. But if anybody has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. I see got a couple of things in the chat. Nope. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about about how this all works with iMetaTool?
Hey, Jeff, in answering your question you had before about the credit cards, that's not quite ready yet.
Okay. So guys, right now, again, and I'm gonna try to maybe move this screen smaller here. Hold on here. Let me open up two of them because it's gonna be easier to navigate if I do it this way. Yeah, so this, when you log in your back office of iMeta guys, okay, always click the members area. That takes you back to the dashboard. Just click here to get started. And this is what I do when I get somebody started. I just I let the tools bring them in. Okay. So and my contact is simple. I just say, hey, I ran across a startup, looks really good. Would you like to hear about it? And if they say yeah, I send them to one of the capture pages. Okay, and I'll let the capture page do the work. So the purpose of this little 1 minute video is not to convince people in. Just realize the purpose of that 1 minute video is to sort people out. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to waste your time on the wrong people. So this 1 minute video is designed to find the right person, the person who's got a dream in their heart that they can't get, who's looking for an opportunity to get it, who's open to the possibility that there's something out there that can help them get their dream. It creates the curiosity. Those are the ones that opt in. And so what happens when they click on that and then they go over to the sales page, well, the sales page, this video right here is designed to get the right person to join for free. See, I'm not looking to increase the number of people I talk to. I'm looking to get rid of the people I don't want to talk to. And so then what happens when they click here and they join you, now they show up in your funnel. And I sponsored 5 people today off of my clicks. Okay, so now I reach out to those 5 people, and then what I do is I set up like an onboarding Zoom, and I say, hey, our next step is we need to get you engaged in this. So, here's a link, and let's do a Zoom. And so I plug them into a Zoom. And if you can't make the time I've got set for the onboard, let's just we'll do an on-demand one. But now I got to show them how to get going. And so when I do that onboard, that's when I say, okay, here's what I want you to do. Go to the bottom of the sales page and have them scroll down the bottom of the sales page, and I say I want you to click on to get the marketing system for free. And after you get the marketing system for free, then to log in your back office and click on the members area, and then I want you to click here to get started. And then here's what I tell them. I say, hey guys, I need you to go through everything on this page. I want you to watch all the videos. Now, this is a 2-minute video. I want you to watch it. This is a 1minute and 39-second video. Watch it. This is a 51-second video. Watch it. This is a 59-second video. Watch it. I want you to go through everything on that page. And after you get through everything on that page, call me. And guess what, guys? I'm only looking to work with the people who want to work. I don't like pushing ropes. I like finding people that are fired up about getting their dreams. Then I help them get their dreams. And the people that take the time to go through this stuff, they know what to do. And see, here's what happens. If you're, it's kind of like, if you give a guy a fish, you got to feed him for their life. And if you teach them how to fish, well, they can feed themselves. I don't even operate under that gamut. Here's what I say. Hey, the lake is open. The bait shop can teach you how to fish. Go learn how to fish. Go feed your family. And I'll meet you down at the bar. I want to empower my people to have total control of their success. And so I let them earn it. And so if people call me up and they ask me questions and they say, well, what about this? I say, have you gone through the getting started page? Yeah, I have. Well, you go through it again. Okay. And so what happens if you learn how to use tools increase speed and efficiency. We've got an awesome opportunity with NFT rewards. We have a once in a lifetime, guys. When you see this, you got companies that spent billions of dollars building out the metaverse, and they got 14-year-olds playing video games. We can just think about this. What would happen if we could bring them the boomers? What could happen if we could bring them the Generation Xers? And we're not just talking, domestic. We're talking globally. You could be tens and hundreds of millions of people that we could have the ability to bring to the metaverse. How much does that worth to these guys? How much do you think these investors would be willing to pay to have somebody bring them the boomers, have somebody bring them the Generation Xers? When you see this, say, man, this is unbelievable. And then in the meantime, you're filling out your 2x21 matrix. Okay, you got your 10 and 5s coming through. Guys, this is probably the best thing you've ever seen. And what you got to do is you got to make sure you're spending time with the right people. And so let the tools do the work. And let them go off and sift and sort for you. So then you can have a conversation, then have the onboard. During the onboard, give them the direction and then teach them what to do. But guys, I'm here for you. Every Saturday I do a training. And I never miss any meetings that John does and that Robert does plug into them. You'll find out the people that plug in, they win. Okay. The more you engage, the more you win. And so look for people who are your guys, your team is here. Okay. So if you start to realize your team is here, when people call me up and say, hey, can I get 10 minutes from you? I say, well, were you on the Zoom? Well, no, I'm busy. Well, guess what? I'm busy too. Okay, I got 30,000 people in my team. Can you imagine me having to spend 15 minutes with 30,000 people? I'd rather spend 15 minutes and have you all plug into a Zoom. And once you start treating your business like you got a big business, you'll have a big business. And guys, I'm done. I'm going to turn it back to you, John. And then if you need me for anything, just give me a holler.
Well, thank you, Jeff. One question I have for people that are already using the system, are they, do they have to go in and change something to be on this to get this new video, or is that default?
Nope, that's a good question. And no, you don't. When you go into your members area, what I do, if you click on capture and landing pages, I got 3 different funnels. Okay. This was the first funnel we built. And this is the one that I just loaded. Okay. And then this one here, I haven't really finished off yet, but what I did put on, I will show you this one here. So you don't need to do anything, but if you want to use and again, when you watch the video on how the co-op works, it tells you to copy and paste the capture page. But if you just want to send somebody one of these capture pages, you can. But I did load another 8-minute video here on the 0020X. And if you scroll down to this 8-minute and 48-second video, I actually recorded a Zoom that I did with a group of guys where I really went into depth on how NFT Rewards is positioning us to have a big payday in the fourth quarter. And so I just tell everybody, if you just take the time to watch the videos that we get on the sales pages, you'll get fired up. Okay. And then what you're going to find out, this business is not it's not an intellectual exchange. It's a transference of a feeling. And so if you need to get fired up, and the way you get fired up is that you just bring information in that inspires you. Then all of a sudden let fire you up. And then when you visit with somebody, they don't know what you got. They don't. The fact is, if people, when I get done talking to people, they don't know any more than they knew before I got started, but they know I got something they want. And what I got is I got the belief that I can get my dream. And so what happens is if you work on infecting people with belief that they can get their dream, you'll have a lot more success. And so you don't try to get everybody to figure out everything. You'll figure that out as we go. Okay, I didn't understand anything about NFTs. I believed that Robert. I believed in Robert. I believed in his vision. So I just got involved in what you find out. Motion creates emotion. Okay, and so don't thinking that you're going to figure this out by analyzing it. You're going to figure this out by just getting engaged and getting working and getting going. So watch the videos every day, just stay plugged in. But that was probably a long answer to your short question, John. Sorry.
So if I understand it right, we do need to log into our iMeta tool and then change the capture page or landing page.
Yeah. Here's what again, for those people that have this set, again, I don't use I don't send people to my iWebatool.net. I don't send them to this. If you want to change that to something, you can. What I do, when I send somebody a link, I just go right here. And if I want to send them to this link right there, I just copy that. And then that's the URL I send them. Okay. Because usually what I'm doing is, I'm either embedding it in an email, or if you happen to have a URL that you're forwarding, you can do that. But yeah, if you want to change your main page, then you got to go and you got to change your capture page. And if you want it to be that one, then you got to make that your primary. Okay, and now you've changed it to the primary. But again, if you're using co-ops, okay, you're not going to send them to your primary. You're going to send them to the specific page. Does that make sense?
Right. Now the secondary or the redirect,
we'll go to there.
Explain that to people so they see both of them.
When you use 0020, your redirect will go to 0020X.
Automatically?
Automatically. So when they fill out the form, automatically goes there. When they go to 0022A, it goes to 002AX and the same thing. So this capture page redirects there. This page goes there. Now, what's cool is that once you you build your database and you want to send emails out to people, for example, let's take this 0020X and the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, the seventh video is what I just loaded. If you want to send that video to somebody, and again, this is all explained in your back office, okay, you can, and I'll just show you how to do this. At the end of your URL, you put the # VIDEO dash, did I say 6?
7.
7. Okay, and so if you send that out to somebody just like that, that's going to go right to that video. So I can send out an email and I can say, hey, Joe, you got to check this out, this video, and knock your socks off. And then you just send them right to that video. So I could go just like here and send it right to that particular recorded webinar that I want them to go to. So you just pick the video you want them to go to and just put that on the end of the extension that goes right to that video. You want to go video number 2, put it video number 2. So you look at all the different landing pages, you pick the video you want to send somebody to, you incorporate that into your email to them. And again, that's all explained. Again, if everybody would take the time, click on your click here to get started and scroll down, here's what you're going to find. All this stuff is in there. What I just covered with you is how to use bookmarks. Okay. It's a 2-minute and 29-second video. Okay. How to use tracking, how the co-op works.
Stop here on the co-op, would you?
Okay. Yep.
Briefly touch on that. Okay, folks, this is how you can get your clicks, and people will just sign up by going through the system. If you'll explain that, Robert, please.
Yep. And this is cool, guys. And again, I have a wholesale contract with Traffic for Me. I buy anywhere from $250,000 to $1 million clicks a year from Traffic for Me. So I generally get pretty good clicks. They want to keep my business. And so what I'm doing is I'm giving you all my 10,000 click price, but you only got to buy 100 clicks. So you can get 100 clicks for $62.50. We don't make any claims or guarantees. All I can tell you is that, I design capture pages to get me the best opt-in rate I possibly can. I design sales pages to get the highest conversion rate I possibly can, because my goal is not to waste any time on prospects. My goal is to spend 100% of my time on talking to people that exhibited a predisposition for participation. So I use tools to do all that. Well, Traffic for Me is the company that I have basically partnered with, and I use them to do my solo ads and do my clicks. And if you want to participate, first thing I recommend you do is watch the 4-minute video so you understand it. And then if you say, you know what, I want to use that new video Jeff just talked about, well, that's the capture page for that particular video. So you copy that. And if you want to order the clicks, you just put your name down here. Okay, you put your username here. And then you copy the URL you want your clicks to go to there. Again, you can watch the video on tracking if you want to learn how to track it, but just right now, just put your URL in there and then put the number of clicks you want to purchase. I let you buy 1 or 200 or 300 clicks. They're $62.50 each. If you want 300 clicks, you click on that. And this is important. You're ordering the clicks, and then we verify and match up the clicks you ordered with the payment. So if you are using the credit cards in the same name as you got up here, no problem. Problem is if you're using a different name on the credit card than you have up here, I need the name of the credit card down here. If it's the same, just leave it blank. You hit submit, and then it takes you to the payment page. And then all you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and you're going to click the buy button. And then at that point in time, you go ahead and update this because you want to order 3 segments of the co-op. So it says you're going to pay $187.50. You put that code in there, hit continue, then you enter your credit card, and then your segments now go in the queue. And then what I do, as soon as I've accumulated 10 segments, Then we send the co-op in the traffic for me. And then what traffic for me does, traffic for me looks for a publisher. I got to realize Harris looks at the capture page that we're marketing, looks at our sales page, and wants to make sure we got the right traffic that can give us high opt-in, high conversion rates. So Harris goes off, finds the right publisher that agrees to go ahead and utilize their database and sends advertisements to, and the goal is they want to get 100 clicks. And so they get 100 clicks. And again, can't guarantee any kind of outcome. Okay. But my goal is normally speaking, on most capture pages, if we get a 20% opt-in rate, that's good. I've been finding with NFT, I've been able to get quite a bit more, but I'm not saying it's going to happen in the future, but they say the new broom always sweeps clean, but so it's been pretty good. And the conversion rate's been extremely good. And but again, no guarantees, but we've been running 40 and 40. So that means out of 100 clicks, I got 16 people that joined. Those 16 people, those are the ones I get with. Those are the 16 people I want to get on a Zoom for an onboarding Zoom. And then you got to have a realistic expectation of outcome. Frustration is birthed out of unrealistic expectations. So don't be unrealistic. If 16 people joined you, don't expect all 16 people are going to engage. My attitude is, man, if I get 20% of them to engage, that would be great. So out of those 16, if I get 3 people to engage, that would be awesome. So I just run the numbers. Okay. So hopefully that all helps and makes sense.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate everybody being here. Folks, if you paid $1,000 for a seat at this webinar tonight, you were well paid. I've paid as much as $14,000 for a wealth seminar before, and you got more tonight than I probably got, for the money I spent. So if you will just take the information that you've received here tonight and run with it, let me tell you what, you've literally got a tiger by the tail. You won't look back. You won't be bothered by any other opportunities. This will, in fact, be your last rodeo, and it's going to be a great one. So good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. God bless, and we'll see you on our next one.